Hey, what's up guys? This is Anthony from Anthony's Customs, and for this review we are looking at the Figma Sword Art Online 2 ALO version of Kirito. Now, this figure is one that probably will bother a lot of people and will probably make a lot of people very happy, just like the show. It's got some good and some bad, so you're gonna have to see if you like it. I don't know, it's good and bad, so I guess we should probably just get it off the stand and take a closer look. This guy stands just about 14 centimeters to the top of the head, which makes him just about 5.5 inches. A little bit taller if you want to measure to the wings, but those are posable, so let's not count those. First thoughts, it's painted really well. The line work is really clean, which is no surprise. Most of the Figmas have really clean paintwork like that, so I'm very happy about that. At least it looks good. One thing to note is that it's very monotone. I mean, that's the design, but I don't know, it doesn't appeal as much as the past Kirito figures. I don't know, there's something about it. Maybe it's just the ALO look. I don't know. It's okay though, it's not bad. It's mostly flat black with flat grayish purple. The belt going across his chest does have a little bit of gloss to it, so that's okay. And you can see some really nice fine detail work on the scabbard there for his sword. You can see it a little bit better on the back if you get the wings out of the way. So it's nice. I mean, it is nicely done. It's just somewhat less appealing to me. I'm not sure why. Let's get the wings off real quick so that we can look at everything. Nice detail. It looks pretty good. Now, he does have kind of a lot of accessories, so I guess we should just go through that. We have a total of 3 faces: the standard kind of smiling face, the angry face, and the surprised face. And they all look really good. Figma pretty much doesn't screw up anime faces ever, and this is no exception. We have a total of 8 hands. We have the 2 fist hands, 2 kind of wide open style pose hands, 1 kind of relaxed hand, 2 gripping hands, and then another specific pose hand, which I can't figure out what is for because I don't remember him doing anything unique with that type of hand. I don't know. We do have the wings, which you already saw. We have the 2 different swords. We have the standard Figma display stand. And if you got your figure from the Good Smile shop, you got the exclusive alternate hair piece with the kind of spiky hair. So that's a nice touch. Then there's one other accessory, which is a little peg. And it says it's for use with Asuna, which I thought she had her own peg. I don't remember needing another peg. I don't know why that's there. You guys can let me know if you know more than I do, which in this case is very likely. I guess you could count it as another accessory, but the sword that is in the scabbard on his back does come off. So if you need to pose him holding his sword, which I imagine you will, that will come off and you can do that just fine. Now, all 3 of the swords have this feature, which you need to be aware of. In order to get them in his hand, the handle part of the sword separates from the rest of it so you can put it into his hand. And they have it even like that for this back piece so that you can put his hand on that if you wanted to for a particular pose. So, very happy with all of the accessories. So let's take a look at the figure's articulation. Most of it's pretty good. Some of it falls flat. So let's just take a look. We have the standard Figma neck hinge, which has a ball peg in the head, the hinge, and then a straight peg down into the neck. So it'll take a little finagling, but you'll be able to pose it pretty well. The only downside is that his collar is fairly stiff, so that will get in the way quite a bit. I don't have his head on all the way right now. So it does look good though. It's just going to be a little bit more limited than some of your other Figmas. For the shoulders, it's pretty standard. We have the ball peg going in the torso, straight peg going in the bicep, and then the hinge that connects everything. So pretty good range. You can see the chest is split here to allow for the arm to come across a little bit better. It doesn't help that much, but it is at least taken into consideration. For the elbow, we have our standard hinge with the straight pegs in either side, so they can technically swivel, but you probably don't need them to. You get really nice range out of that. And then the wrists are on ball hinges, so you'll have plenty of posability there. For the torso articulation, it feels like a single, could be a double, I don't know, but you get really good range. You can lean it back, you can lean it forward, side to side, full rotation, no problems there. For this, I almost said skirt, for the coat, there are hinges in there, little pegged hinges like you would always see in a Figma. The way it overlaps really gets in the way of posing it, and then it just doesn't have anywhere to go because of how this part overlaps. So it's not the best design in the world. The wings peg in up here, and you can peg in the display stand down here, but as you can see, hopefully, mine's off-centered. So I have to pull on this really hard for it to line up, and then I still can't get the peg in the hole. It just doesn't want to fit. I think we have another ball peg underneath all of that for the lower torso, but I can't move it if it is there, so it doesn't really count. We have our standard ball pegs for the hips, where you can see the socket in there. Hopefully, it's really dark. I know he's all black. You can see the socket in there. That's where the leg moves around, and then of course you have your thigh swivel around that socket. But you can get the legs up about that far before they feel like they're going to pop off. So it's pretty good. It's not too bad, and they go all the way out to the side. No problem. Single jointed knee has really good range, so there's no problem there. And then we have our standard Figma ankles, which have the hinge, which unfortunately doesn't work very well because the pants are very stiff plastic. And you have the peg that goes into the foot for the ankle rocker, but it doesn't have very much range because of the pants. So again, this figure is not exceptionally good. It's acceptable, it's fine, it's not bad, but it's not gonna really wow you. It's gonna be a nice addition to your collection if you like the ALO. If you like the SAO figures, you should pick it up. Just don't expect it to be super duper fancy. So there you go, guys. Thanks for watching. Make sure you subscribe to the channel so you can see my upcoming figure reviews, custom figures, and other good stuff. We do all kinds of fun stuff here. We talk about anime, movies, TV shows, video games, obviously action figures. So make sure you come back for all of that. And in the meantime, keep collecting.